Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Jace. This channel is about my efforts to build an N-gauge railway, and I'm still doing point motors. And if you watched, I think it was yesterday's video, depending when I put this video out, of course. Anyway, in the last video I fitted this point motor to one half of one of the double slips and got the point moving and managed to get the LEDs working in relation to the double slip, or I thought I did. And after the video I carried on playing around with it, and sometimes the LEDs would match the double slip and sometimes they wouldn't. And I've worked out why, and then I went online and did some research on it as well, and I'm going to explain later in this video what it is and how I need to probably alter the control panel slightly, because double slips don't work how I thought they did, but we'll come on to that. I'm going to show you where I'm up to so far. So last night I stayed up burning the midnight oil and got all 6 of the point motors fitted, not fully, but they're on the board, screwed in, and got the wiring looms for the switch and frog all the way down here, and they're just numbered up with their point number, so I know what wires go where in the control panel. But they're just in looms, 4 wires, 2 red, a brown and a green, and they've got to be connected. I've still got to connect on all of the point motors except for this one, DCC in, which I'll take from here. And I've also got to connect that frog wire to this motor, this frog wire to that motor, that frog wire to this motor, and I think, because this is a 3-way, so I think that one will go to that one and that one will go to that one. I think I need to check that. So I've got at least a couple of hours work here, just connecting frogs, connecting DCC and tidying up the cable. I think I'm going to order and say stuff the expense. I'm going to order another 6 motors, I think. I did want to use MP10s. They look good, I hear good things about them, but can't find anywhere that's got any. And so I think for this board we're going to be using the DCC Concepts Cobalt Digital IP point motors, and I need another 6 because I've got 1 to go here, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So, and it was a bit of a faff last night getting all of these to fit. Okay, these wires are clear of the point arm that will move on this motor. If I think they're going to be an issue, I can always move them and extend them. They're just though that one at the back there, they're droppers to the track or point. These are feeding DCC power up to here, and then I can power the points off of that connector block. So you don't need to see me do this again. If you are wondering how they're wired up, go back to the previous video. I'm going to crack on and get this done, and then going to get it all connected to the control panel, and then we're going to start looking at it and testing things. Just would like to say thank you for all the comments on the last video and your suggestions, and people are saying that, you know, you can change the direction of the motor through the controller. I can't remember the CV number now, but so I'm going to have to learn how to do that as well, just so that they operate in the same direction as the switches do. So yeah, thanks so much for those comments. And I'm learning. This is all new to me, and you guys have got more experience, so thanks very much. Okay, that's DCC power to these 4, 5 as well. So all 6-point motors now have power to them. Frogs wired, both frogs on this one, both frogs on this one, this double slip. Frogs on the 3-way point I'm going to have to leave. I've run out of solder. I've just been to Screwfix and B&Q. Nobody's got any. So I'm just going to order it on Amazon. So I'm just going to add a couple of clips now. Maybe one in there, one up here somewhere perhaps, maybe. Because I like things tidy, I like things to be secure, but you know, when I'm tipping this up and down and up and down, there's a chance that all that movement, vibration, can start loosening things. And so I like to use these little clips, but they come with the sticky pad, which is of no use whatsoever. It doesn't last. So I peel the sticky pad off, get rid of that, and then just glue gun it. And then we just get a cable tight, feed it through. Now I'm not going to tighten this one up. I just want it to start, because I've got more wires to feed through, because like I said, I've got all these other points at this end. 4 of them, 5 of them. So that'll just hold things for now. So what I've got to do now is flip the board and get all these connected to the control panel. So I've just wired up the panel, and then one of the motors wasn't thrown enough. I had to adjust the little slidey thing, and these connector blocks are now coming into their own. Just leave all the wiring as it is, unplug them, move the panel out of the way, flip the board, and then just plug it back in, and it couldn't really be easier. Yeah, I'm pleased I did that. Put these blocks into the design. Okay. Connect the DCC again. I've got this double slip working now. I had to switch the DCC input wires to the 2-point motors. I've done all the point motors the same, and that was red on the first terminal, black on the second. But I swapped them around on this one because the frog, I've got my meter out, and the frog polarity was the wrong way around. So, and thinking about it now, these points, the motors are set a mirror image to the rest of them, and so of course that kind of makes sense. When I say mirror image, I mean the way they're physically fitted under the board. these ones are facing that way, say, and these ones are facing that way. So, demonstration. So this should go straight across as though it's a crossing. Okay, that's good. Back the other way. There is a bit of a dead spot off. I need to put a couple of pins in, I think. I think this is slightly humped, so when this loco goes over, when it gets to the center point, it loses a bit of traction and loses the pickups. So I might need to put a pin in the middle there. Anyway, so if I now flick, and this is what I've learnt about double slips. I've been thinking about them in that I choose here which of these roads it's going to take. That's wrong. You choose here which of these roads you're going to take. So if I want to send the loco now down this track, I need to alter this point arm. And I've been thinking about it wrong all the time. So if I want to send the loco down this track. So I need to alter that point arm, which is this one. Okay. So as you can see, by altering that, it alters which of these two tracks I'm going to get. So now I've come down this way. So let's say we want to send the loco straight on now. So I need to alter that point to send it down this track. Okay, so now let's say I want to send it off that track to this track. So I need to alter this point over here. That's hitting the pin. I need to cut the pin off just a bit more there. And again. And I've been thinking about all that wrong. So if you've got a double slip and you're struggling, these point blades at this end control which track you're going to get out of this end, and vice versa. These point blades control that one and that one. So what should be happening now is, if we look at the LEDs, the loco is going to go, it's here already, it's going to go across the slip, down here, and enter the other slip. That's how the LEDs show is going to work. So that's right. As the LEDs are on there now, is right. So if I now want to send the loco up here, I need to alter that point blade. So that's this one. Let's see if that works. Yeah, no problem. But look at the LEDs. The LEDs are showing that this track is now live, not that one. And also, the loco has gone up there, fine, but the LED isn't lit. And I've got the same problem on this road versus that road and what have you. But the point is, I've wired this up thinking that those point blades, this point bar, if you like, where I set that controls that track or that track. It doesn't, it controls that track or that track. And because I was thinking like that, I've put the LEDs like that. So I've put the LEDs associated with this here, and they should be here. Oh dear. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I should be able to just swap some terminals round, some wires round at the back. So I'll put the LED from this switch into this switch and vice versa. And that should hopefully fix the problem. Okay, so I've put the green wires from the LEDs from this point motor. I've swapped the LEDs from 104 to 103 basically, so that when I operate this switch, this point motor moves and it then highlights the road here or here, and vice versa. So at the minute we're showing that this track should be live from this switch, but it's actually not, it's the wrong way round. So if I drive the loco forward, you'll see. It should just go straight on. Yeah. So that LED and that LED are the wrong way round, and that LED and that LED are the wrong way round. Because if I now alter this switch to select this road, not this road, you can see it switched to this one, but I've actually switched it to that one. So let's just see. Yeah. So I've got the polarities right now on the slip. I've got the right switch operating the right LEDs. It's just the LEDs are the wrong way around. So I need to swap the black wires around for that switch and that switch. Right then, so I've swapped those black wires round. So now we've got the loco on that back line here. That's correct, that's where it is. The LEDs are telling us it's going to come along here into the double slip and then out of the double slip on the left hand road going up there. Let's see if that actually happens. Not that quick. Hey, right. So, what's going on there? Need to do a bit of work on that. That's slick. Right, so now I want the loco to go from there to here, straight through, basically. So if I now, because I'm altering the track that it leaves the double slip on, I want to alter this point set, so that switch, other way. Right, so now the LEDs are saying it's going to come from where it is now, across the slip, out of the the right hand road of the slip, into this slip, and out of the right hand road of this slip. So it's going from there to there, hopefully. Success. So if I now, let's just stop it there. So if I now want to send it from here up here again, but then reverse it back across the slip to here, this track, let's see what happens. So I want to change these tracks again, so I alter that switch. That should send it up here. LEDs have changed to suit, good. Bit of speed there, and it didn't derail. Impressive. Now I want to send it down this track. So I'm altering that switch here, this point motor. So that LED's gone off, that one's come on. So we've got our route across the slip. It's took a bit of doing, it's took a few hours. Just understanding it. So there we go, double slips. I thought the obvious thing was that the set of points next to the tracks you're going to alter was the way it was, and it wasn't. You're altering, the points that you alter change the track that is selected at the other end of the double slip, not at the end that you're changing. And that's where I was getting really confused. And fortunately, the way I built the panel, I've got so many terminal blocks and things, I can move wires around and make stuff work. So all I've got to realise now is on my layout, I have to change the switch at the opposite end of the slip to get the route that I want. Now I could change that, couldn't I? I could swap the switches around as well. If I put the switch that is in 103 in 104, I could do that, and then it's a bit more sort of how you'd expect it to operate. You're operating the switch next to the road that you want to select, but the wiring is making it alter the point motor at the other end of the slip, if that makes sense. But in essence, in the simplest way to think about these switches, these double slips, is everything just works backwards to how you would first look at it and go, yeah, that's how it works. It doesn't. It works the opposite way to what you would first think, or what I first think. Somebody else more intelligent than me would probably go, yeah, obviously it works that way. I didn't see that. I've been wiring it up, designing the control panel and all of that, thinking that they worked the opposite way around. So if you're going to have double slips, there you go. That's what you've got to do. I'm going to have a think about swapping them switches around so that it's a bit more sort of logical to use, that you're operating, say, 0.104 and those roads light up next to the switch as opposed to the opposite end of the slip. But that's something I can do. It's literally undo a nut, move the switch, and put it back in. So yeah, I've learnt a lot doing this. Right, thanks very much for watching, guys, and thank you for all of your help on the last video, all of your comments, which has helped me resolve this. And keep them coming, keep your comments coming. And please hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.